If you've been on social media very much in the last couple of weeks, you've probably noticed the word blessed showing up in a lot of conversations recently. Maybe it was a picture on Instagram of like this really nice holiday meal, or maybe it's a post on Facebook about good health or being with extended family or whatever. But you notice that a lot of these posts show up with the hashtag blessed. Now, it's really appropriate for us to count our blessings, and not just at a specific time of the year. But it's also really easy in our culture to see our blessings through the filter of social media. And what I mean by that is that we only really give thanks for the blessings that we're comfortable sharing with the world on social media. And if our life doesn't happen to look like the lives of all of our friends and family that we see on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, then we don't really think that we're blessed. I want to share with you a text that's designed to remind us that some of God's greatest blessings are not always the ones that we're comfortable sharing with the world, but sometimes they're blessings that in the moment actually feel very uncomfortable. The text comes from a sermon preached by the Apostle Peter to a group of people in Acts 3. And it's a group of people who still aren't convinced that Jesus is really the Son of God. But they've just seen Peter perform this incredible miracle where Peter heals a man who had been crippled for more than 40 years. Now, the point of Peter's message is that he heals this man by the power of Jesus, and that Jesus really is sent by God to save the world. And here's the conclusion of his sermon in Acts 3, verse 26. God raised up his servant and sent him first to you to bless you by turning each of you from your evil ways. Did you notice the blessing in that verse? The blessing was that Jesus would come to turn people from their evil ways. Think about that for a minute. I don't know about you, but if somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, is it okay if I bless you?" And I said, "Yeah, that'd be great." And they said, "Okay, here's your blessing. You're evil and you need to change your evil ways." That's like the worst blessing ever. I mean, if you're going to bless me like that, you might as well kick my dog or egg my house. It's definitely not something I'm going to post on social media with the hashtag blessed, or something I'm going to share with the world. But what Jesus did to turn us from our evil ways is the greatest thing anyone could ever do for us. It'd be like being on our way to get on a plane that was destined to crash, only we didn't know that. But on our way there, somebody who knew the plane was going to crash came up to us and warned us. They yelled at us or even tackled us to keep us from getting on that plane. In the moment, we may not really appreciate what they're doing for us, and it's certainly not going to be comfortable. But once we realize where we were going, it becomes the greatest thing somebody could ever do for us. So God sent Jesus to turn us from our evil ways, and Peter says that's a blessing. And when our ways become evil again, God continues to send friends and teachers and relatives and sermons and podcasts and scriptures to keep turning us back to Him. And even though those things and those people may not always make us feel comfortable, they're some of God's greatest blessings in our lives. And so that's just one example of how God can bless us by using things that we might not naturally be thankful for, or things that may not always be comfortable. So look at the uncomfortable things in your life right now and see if there are ways that God is using those things to draw you closer to Him. As we count our blessings, it's important for us to be thankful for every single one of them, and not just the ones that we share on social media. Thanks for watching.